Hey guys, wondering what to get your fisherman or fisherwoman for Christmas? I thought about it and I decided I would make a video showing some of my favorite things and some of the things that I just couldn't fish without now. Um, but let's just get into it. I've got a bunch of stuff laid out here, and some of you may be needing help with what to get somebody to for Christmas. And if you order now, you probably still got a good chance of getting that in before Christmas. So I should have done this video probably a month ago, right after Thanksgiving, but I've been just busy and didn't get to, so I'm gonna get it out to you now. First and foremost, when you're on the water, it's really important to be warm, comfortable, and dry. And one of my favorite things that I have is my rain suit. And I wear this after it gets, I guess I've been wearing it about every time I've went fishing since October. I think I wore it, I know I wore it whenever I was fishing in the rain at No Lynn, and it poured down for 2 days, and I was able to stay dry. The only thing that really got wet was my hands got a little bit wet, and it's just really hard to fish and not get your hands wet. But what I was wearing is these bibs. They're Cabela's Guidewear, and I think this is a large, but it zips way up almost to your hip. And the reason why I like these bibs is they're infused with Gore-Tex. So they've got the waterproof membrane, but you stay bone dry even in pouring down rain. I really like these elastic straps. I had some Atco Hydronaut, and I really like them, but I'm broad to the shoulders, and I really wasn't able to move around in them. Had the Hydronauts had these straps, I probably would still have them. The Hydronaut are built probably a little bit heavier material than these, but these here have been, I've used them for not hardly a year now, but I fish in them, like I said, you know, a couple times a week, and I wear them all through the winter, and they've been really good. So you get the bibs and the coat, and the coat has like a little neoprene sleeve, so that helps keep the water from running up your arm. I think what was happening was just because when I'm reeling, the rain coming down kind of got in there, which I had gloves and things like that. But this neoprene sleeve, it sits close to your arm, kind of helps with that. But I really like these. If something happened and I lost them, I would just go buy another pair just like this. And definitely one of the things that I would have. And one of the most important things for me whenever I'm fishing is to stay warm and comfortable. So even like today, it was really windy. I had these on to break the wind. And this is kind of what I wear from, say, starting in October. I'll wear these all the way through April. And then once it starts warming up, I will switch to the Packable. And this is like a Cabela's Packable. And I'm not going to tell you, it's just a jacket. I guess I could take it out. It's all nice and put in. But I've had this since 2018. And like I said, if I lost it, I would just buy another one. It's nowhere near as heavy. It's not insulated. But like I said, you can just pack it up. And it'll keep you dry. I've wore it in numerous pour downs. Main thing with rain gear is just don't wash it. I know it may be like, oh, that's disgusting. But you can spray it off with a water hose or something. The one thing that I've found is just don't wash it. I know they give you recommendations for how to wash it, but maybe it's superstition. I don't know. Just don't wash it. I took these to Canada, warm and torrential downpours in Canada, and the thing is, it's just light, so it's easy to get on, get off quick. So I think you may have seen me fishing some this summer with these on, and I'll grab the pants too. But you see, you just kind of wad it up and just shove it in the little bag that it comes with, and it makes it really great for like storage. I think it was its intention is for people who are camping. So say you're going camping and you don't want to have to pack a whole bunch of heavy things, you can get these. But I think it runs, I don't know exactly what it costs, maybe like $100. You can go to their website, but this is the Cabela's Guidewear Packable Raincoat. And it is, like I said, you can see there, I just put it back in there. It cinches down. And there you go, it's ready to go. So let me move some of this stuff out of the way. And here are the pants that go with that coat. And I hate to pull them out because I have to stick them back in there. But see, you got it like that, and this is just the back pocket of the coat. So say it's a summer day, you got a pop-up shower, they're hard to avoid. And like I said, that was that back pocket. And there they are. The belt does not come with them. I ordered that off like Amazon or Walmart. It's just a cheap nylon belt because it's got belt loops and it's got a little bit of elastic. I think I ordered these a little bit big. See if I can find the size. So I don't see what size these are, but I probably ordered them a little big. Anyway, I ordered that belt. These are awesome. You can see all the fish slime. Like I said, don't throw them in the washer. You can just spray that off. It'll come off. But I mean, if you're a fisherman, that's what you want to see. You want to see that you're catching fish. So there's nothing that can, because not everybody gets to, you know, can just be like, oh, well, it's going to rain, I'm not going to go fishing. A lot of us are weekend warriors. We work 9 to 5s, or we work all weekend and we only get to fish on Tuesdays, and we can't, you know, we can't just choose, oh, well, it's raining, I'm just not going to fish today because I'll go fish tomorrow. You got to go back to work. So something you can always get, your fisherman or fisherwoman, is good rain gear. You can never go wrong with good rain gear. And I'll show you how you just kind of wad that back up in there. So got that back pocket, it comes out. And I mean, they're probably great for like camping and stuff too, but we're kind of focusing towards somebody who's going fishing. And there you have it. They're packed back up. So Cabela's, I think it's guideware. I think it's packable guideware or raincoat guideware. I don't know. I'll try to find the link. Maybe I can put it in the video. We'll stick with wearing things, and I order a lot of stuff from Cabela's, but I just like their stuff. So the next up is something that I don't remember if I ordered these myself or if my wife got them for me, but these are Worldwide Sportsman water shoes. And I was skeptic about this on whether I was going to like it or not. I needed some new water shoes for wading. So I usually just buy the Walmart $5 pair or $10 pair. Been doing it for years. Really like them. Get about a season out of them and throw them away and get some new ones. But I decided, my wife was really on me about, because I do it quite a bit, was on me about getting upgrading. So I think these are about $25. And like I said, I was skeptical about them, but I got them. I love them. I wore them wading. They worked really good. Didn't have any problems with blisters. And I just keep wearing them. I wear them all the time. Sometimes I wear them in the house. I really like them. They're very comfortable. I wore them a lot. You probably saw them this summer if you watch any of my videos. But I wore them on the front deck of this boat just fishing. Because, you know, you can breathe. You can see through them. So they're breathable, but they fully enclosed, so they protect your toes and the bottoms of your feet. So I really like them. Moving on, if you clean fish or like clean deer or anything, this is a Smith's, I guess it's a fillet knife sharpener, but I don't know how much I've used it this year. I just run my fillet knife through it a couple times on the coarse side, a couple times on the fine side, and it sharpens my fillet knife right up where I'm a guide and I fillet the client's fish. I will, you know, there's probably no telling how many hundreds of fish I've filleted this year. And every time before I start, I'll run it through the coarse side probably 5-6 times, run it through the fine side 5-6 times. It gets the edge back onto my fillet knife and I'm able to clean those fish. So I definitely recommend this product. And anything that I'm recommending here, this is stuff I use. I just walked around my garage and found stuff that I really liked. And showing it to you, just to give you some gift ideas for your loved one or whoever you're wanting to buy stuff for. Here's something new that I just put on my pole within the last month or so, and I was skeptical about it. I'd used another braid for the last few years and went out on a whim. Just thought, you know, I want to try something else. Don't know if I'll like it or not, but give it a try. You never know what other products are out there if you don't try them. And I'm a really hands-on person, so I will buy a lot of stuff and give it a try. So anything that I recommend, it's probably because I've used a lot of other things, and that's what I found that's the best for me. But this Strike King Tour Grade Premium Strength Braided Line, and this here is the 10 pound. You, depending on what kind of fishing they're into, may be a little bit more depending on what size poundage braid you get. I went with 10 pound because what I'm running it on is a crappie rod. And this braid here, it shows up really good on live scope. If they have forward facing sonar, this braid will show up on it. My favorite thing about it is it's just so stinking soft. It whenever I cast, which that's what I do with this rod here, it's a casting rod. It's just the line. It's just so soft. There's like no memory in it, and it comes off the spool really well. So as far as like a braided line, that that's definitely what I'm going with now. I've got to order. I'm going to order 15 pound to go on my jigging poles for crappie fishing, and probably I'll order some more 10 to put on the casting rods. And with that line, I'll just go ahead and go into this fishing pole. This is the new Wally Marshall Classic Signature Series. This is a 7'6", and I've used it. I got to use it once, which I've used a lot of Wally Marshall's products. I mean, you can see I've got several different of his poles behind me, and I really like all of the rods I've used. I even starting out crappie fishing, I went with like the Slab Daddy and the Slab Shakers. I've got some of them over here, and I've always found that these products work really well for me. But I definitely recommend this rod. It has cork handles, which gives it that great classic look. And me personally, I like a cork handle. I probably like a minimalist handle the best, but definitely second best would be cork. I don't know. I started fishing with the Berkeley Lightning rod. It had a cork handle. I thought it was really cool. And then I had a Berkeley cherry wood. So there's probably some nostalgic semblance to it, but I really like it. This 7.5 foot, it's a from what I mean, it'll cast a mile. I really like it. Look at the balance on it. It balances out really well. I mean, you put it right there, and the main thing is you want to have a balanced rod. That way, whenever, because where I hold it, see, I've got one finger right here at the balance point, so it balances out really well. It makes it where the rod feels like you're not holding anything. I just got to use this today, and I love it. I'm really like a 7-foot rod for casting to crappie, and as you can see, it's, I mean, just right off the bat in your hand, it balances out really well. I got to use this today. It's got great feel, and this is the Wally Marshall Classic Signature Series. These here, you can't get these on lose.com as of yet, so I had to go to Midway and order this one, but I will try to leave a description or something in the video to show you how to get to Midway and show you how to get to Lose. I paired this with the Lose Wally Marshall Signature Series. It's a nice little rod. This is a 75. I had to get it from Midway as well, as they were out on Lose, but it matches the rod very well. I went with just 6-pound monofilament when I spooled it up today. I had been using Braid, but I used a 6-pound, and I could feel everything with it. It was really good. It's got a soft tip, So a lot of times whenever I was easing through cover, I could, if I got in contact with, you know, a tree limb or something, I could feel it, and I could feel the bait moving through the tree limb. So able to distinguish between a bite and a snag. And if I could feel that it was a snag, I could just kind of pop it, and this bait would just come loose and kept me from getting hung up and breaking off. I think I did break off once, but I buried it on a blind cast up against the bait. Moves us into this line here. This is the Mr. Crappie monofilament line. As far as the price range, it doesn't cost a lot, but that doesn't mean it's not really good line. I really like it. I've actually fished with a buddy. Shout out James Henderson, that swears by this stuff, runs it on his creek poles and everything. He loves it, and I understand why. It has low memory and it casts really well, and for what it is, it's got really good strength and durability. It does have line stretch. That's monofilament. If you don't want line stretch, buy Braid. The high vis makes it easy to see, and it worked really well today. I was able to catch a ton of crappie on it, and a good line at a very affordable price. So I can't say anything really bad about this line. I would recommend it. I mean, I run it on my rods. So if I'm running monofilament for crappie fishing, this is what I'm using. A lot of times I'm using Braid for different scenarios. But today I thought, shoot, I'm going to spill it up in monofilament. I got a tournament coming up, and I'm probably going to leave that mono on because it fished really good today. Keep moving on. Kind of like a, I guess if they've got all the fishing stuff they need, but they really love fishing, especially crappie fishing. Southern Slab Crappie has these wonderful tumblers, and I don't know where they've got them made up, but it says Southern Slab Crappie right there, and this one here is an American flag. I've been drinking at it for like the last 2 or 3 weeks, and it's really good. Keeps ice cold. I don't drink coffee, so I'm sure it keeps things warm, but I haven't put anything warm in it. But great looking cup, decent lid, and you know, if you're just looking for a gift, you know, something, I guess this one here is real patriotic. It's got an American flag. I really like it. But they've got several different probably styles. You can just go to southernslabcrappie.com and you can look. They've got merchandise. They've got some really good baits. I really like their Spitfires. So if you're looking for as a crappie fisherman, order up some of those Spitfires, probably in the brush cutter or the salt and pepper. And I've been catching crappie on them all summer. Well, and going into the winter, I've been catching them for the last 4 weeks on the brush cutter. So one of the things that I love to do whenever I'm fishing is listen to music. And I would recommend getting a Bluetooth speaker. This is a cheap Walmart speaker. I know, probably shouldn't say that. But I bought it because the other speaker I had went out. I don't really have a recommendation on brand, or I just say get a Bluetooth speaker. Go with waterproof. This one's waterproof. It's rechargeable. Don't get something that probably takes batteries. I don't know if any of them do, but I wouldn't do that because on a boat it rains a lot. So I really like a Bluetooth speaker. You can put Pandora or Apple Music or whatever streaming type of podcast you have, or if you listen to podcasts. But I really get a kick out of listening to the radio while I fish. So go with a Bluetooth speaker. Another thing that you could look at is these Kevin Van Dam Mustad. They call it like a braid line cutter. I've had these for a while, and they've been out. They're fine. The spring is losing some tension, but they actually make them a lot heavier now than whenever I bought these. But these tore up. I'd buy another one and another pair in a heartbeat. They cut line really well, and I don't know. They're just super handy to have on the boat. This makes probably the 3rd or 4th pair I've had. I've donated pairs to people because I went fishing on their boats, and I never made it back home with them, so I had to buy another pair. I've lost them in the creek and just bought another pair. So this is definitely something. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but they're pretty awesome. I like them. Going, I guess last up, I think I really want to mention, especially for crappie fishermen, is these Crappie Max Pro Minnow jig heads. These are my favorite stinking jig heads. I buy a lot of different brand jig heads. There's other ones that I like, but if I said you can't have anything but one brand jig head, this would be it. This is the, like I said, this is the Bass Pro Shops Crappie Max Pro Minnow jig heads. The hooks on them are super good. This here is an 1/8 ounce multi-pack, coming 25, so you get a variety of colors. But you can see, I'm not just like, I've got 16ths, 1/32, 1/8. I've got them in different colors, and I've got just a ton of them. And as I keep them in a waterproof, this is a Plano tackle box, and I've got a few of the other assorted, but that's kind of what I keep mine in. I really like, because this has a membrane, so I guess you could get them a waterproof tackle box too. You can never go wrong with getting something that's waterproof for a fisherman. Like I said, one of the most important things to me is being able to stay dry. I just don't like to be wet. So whether you use and you don't have to get them anything. I don't care what you get them. I'm just trying to help you out. But these are just some of the things that I really like. And if I didn't already have it, and it was under my tree come Christmas morning, I would definitely be happy with it. So good luck. I hope this video has helped. Make sure you tell everybody about all of our other videos. We have a ton of fishing videos, and subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you on the water.